Rain pattered on the window pane. Sophia, curled up with a book, sighed contentedly. A warm fire crackled in the hearth.
Whiskers, her ginger cat, purred softly at her feet. The storm raged outside.
Wind howled and thunder boomed. Sophia shivered, pulling her woolen blanket tighter. She glanced anxiously at Whiskers. He seemed unconcerned, eyes half closed in a dreamy doze. A particularly loud clap of thunder made Sophia jump.
She looked around the room for comfort. Her gaze fell on a large, leather-bound book lying forgotten on the coffee table. It was her grandfather's book, filled with fantastical tales and colourful illustrations.
Sophia reached for the book. She traced the worn leather cover with her fingers. A strange energy seemed to emanate from it, making her tingle. She opened the book, her heart pounding with a mixture of fear and excitement. The book smelled old, of paper and ink and something vaguely sweet. As Sophia turned the pages, the illustrations seemed to swirl and move. She gasped.
The drawings were alive. A fierce dragon winked at her, and a mischievous fairy blew her a kiss.
Suddenly, the room grew cold. The wind outside howled louder, rattling the windows. The book began to glow, bathing Sophia in an eerie light. She tried to close it, but it wouldn't budge. It felt as if the book had a life of its own.
Whiskers, startled by the sudden change, leapt to his feet. He arched his back and hissed at the book, his fur standing on end. He circled it cautiously, sniffing the air with suspicion.
Before Sophia could react, a powerful gust of wind seemed to come from the book itself. It whipped around the room, swirling faster and faster, pulling Sophia and Whiskers towards the open pages.
Sophia screamed, clutching at the arm of the sofa. But it was no use. The wind was too strong. It lifted her and Whiskers off their feet, spinning them around and around. The room dissolved into a blur of colours and sound.
Then, just as suddenly, everything stopped. Sophia landed with a thump, the wind knocked out of her. She lay on soft grass, the air thick with the scent of wildflowers and damp earth. She looked around, her heart pounding in her chest. Gone was her cosy living room. In its place stretched a vast meadow bathed in golden sunlight.
"Whiskers!" she called out, scrambling to her feet.
The little cat shot out from under a bush, fur on end, looking thoroughly dishevelled. He shook his head, sending droplets of water flying, and glared at Sophia accusingly.
Sophia couldn't help but giggle. Even scared and wet, Whiskers was still comical. She knelt down and gathered him in her arms. "It's all right, Whiskers," she murmured, stroking his fur. "We're together, and we'll figure out how to get home."
As Sophia looked around, her initial fear gave way to wonder. The meadow was teeming with life. Butterflies with wings the size of a hand flitted among the flowers. Squirrels with bushy tails chattered from the trees. And most amazing of all, the animals could talk.
Welcome, travelers.
Sophia jumped and whirled around to face a large brown bear, its eyes twinkling kindly.
Don't be afraid, little ones. We are friends here.
A chorus of greetings rose from the other animals. A rabbit wearing a waistcoat bowed low. A bluebird with feathers the colour of the sky whistled a cheerful tune. Sophia, her initial apprehension forgotten, found herself smiling.
Where are we? And how did we get here?
You are in the land of talking animals, and you arrived, as all travelers do, through the magic of the Book of Whispers.
The animals gathered around Sophia and Whiskers, eager to hear their story. They told them about the storm outside and their desire to return home. As they spoke, the sky above began to darken. The wind picked up, carrying with it the scent of rain.
The storm, it grows stronger. The Book of Whispers opened a portal during the height of the storm's power. To return, you must find the Key of Whispers and close the portal before it's too late.
But where is the Key of Whispers? And how do we close the portal?
The bear pointed towards a towering mountain in the distance, its peak shrouded in storm clouds.
The key lies hidden at the heart of Whispering Mountain. But be warned, the journey is perilous. The storm guards the key fiercely.
Sophia's heart sank. The mountain looked impossibly tall, and the storm raging around it seemed insurmountable. but she knew she had to try. She had to get home, and she wouldn't leave without Whiskers. Sophia and Whiskers, guided by the wise bear and accompanied by their new animal friends, embarked on a perilous journey. They braved the treacherous slopes of Whispering Mountain, facing howling winds and torrential rain. Whiskers, surprisingly nimble, proved to be a brave and resourceful companion. Finally, they reached the heart of the mountain, a hidden cave glowing with an ethereal light. There, guarded by a fierce but gentle wind spirit, lay the key of Whispers. The spirit, sensing their pure hearts, readily relinquished the key. Holding the key aloft, Sophia closed her eyes and wished with all her might to be back in her cozy living room. The key pulsed with warmth, and a familiar swirling sensation enveloped them. When Sophia opened her eyes, she was back in her living room. Rain still pattered on the window, but the storm outside seemed to have calmed, as if mirroring the peace that now settled in her heart. Whiskers, nestled in her lap, purred contentedly. The grandfather's book lay closed on the coffee table, its magic seemingly dormant for now. Sophia smiled, her heart filled with warmth. She knew deep down that their adventure wasn't over, it was just